What's up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we're going to be going over ticker symbol NIO. They recently just announced their expansion into Norway, which is huge for the company. Also, they're going to be competing within Tesla within China. They are also opening up NIO Park, which is apparently going to be a competitor with Tesla over here in, I believe it's Fresno, California. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments section, but I believe they're going to be competing with Tesla. NIO's estimated that this EV park is going to produce around 1 million vehicles for them per year, which is huge for NIO. But before we dive in and cover the charts on NIO, if you guys can, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that bell too for the YouTube algorithm, because it would definitely help me out. It would definitely help me out on a day like this when I have to look at a chart like this for NIO. NIO is one of the stocks that I like. I love so much. And for me to see a chart like this, it really, really hurts. I mean, the whole market, like everyone knows, it's been red. S&P 500 red, Dow Jones red, Nasdaq red. When we look at the QQQ indices, which is the tech ETF within Nasdaq, red, 2.53% down. NIO, 7% down. Now, what's really going on here is the market is beating down every tech and growth stock that has a high valuation right now because everyone is concerned about inflation. Now, the thing is, with NIO, they're just expanding their company out to Norway, which is huge within Europe because Norway has the most EV vehicles per person in a country, which is awesome for NIO. So this is the perfect spot for them to get their vehicle in. Now, the thing that I want to take a look at here on the chart is we're sitting at $34.33. We're hitting $33.93 in the after hours. Holy smokes. Like, this stock is, let's hop out here to the 5-day time frame. Like, this stock is literally just getting beaten into the ground and they're expanding. And the first thing that I'm going to say is I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice or anything like that, but these are the times that it hurts to take a look at our portfolio and we really just want to sell everything off because it's red. It's red. It's like it's at the bottom. Like I'm losing all this money. It's red, like this money is just disappearing from my portfolio. You got to keep in mind, the only time that money disappears from your portfolio is the second that you decide to sell those shares. And I can tell you one thing right now is tech and growth are being absolutely hammered right now. But when it comes to September, the October timeframe, when inflation fears really decide to start going away, you're going to see a very strong rally from tech and growth. Now, I could be completely wrong and inflation could be here to stay, but I'm going to place my bets that I highly doubt that because the Fed is going to do everything they can to keep inflation around 2%. So just keep that in mind. Now, for today, covering NIO, this is just absolutely brutal to see. We did bounce essentially off of 35, roughly about $35. Let's draw in the support here. We did break through it later in the day, so we were trading below the day, most of the day below the VWAP, which stands for the volume weighted average price, which says if you bought NIO today, you more than likely didn't make money on that purchase of that share, depending on when you bought it. When you're trading above the VWAP, you're normally making money off of that share price versus when you're trading below the VWAP, it's a very bearish indicator and you're not making money off of this. Now, the huge thing to take a look at is you can just see this giant sell-off here in the morning. We're oversold here on the RSI. We're overextended here on the MACD. This is really huge. And if we take a look here in the morning, everything's sold off here in the morning. And this been the typical pattern. It seems like the market for like the first 45 minutes of trading, it's not really been the first 15 minutes anymore. It's been about the first 45 minutes. Kind of just doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know which direction it wants to go. And we see a sharp sell-off and then we either get a bounce or we don't. And in this case, we got a little bit of a bounce and then we just sold off. And it's going to happen. It's how this market is right now. We just have to play the market how it is. Now, if we take a look at the 5-day time frame, we just have to remind ourselves of where NIO has been. In the past 5 days, we saw a high here of, what was this? $38, and now we're sitting at $33.93 in the after hours. This is huge, guys. Like a $5 swing in NIO. Like, am I saying could you swing this for $5 for a couple months? Yeah. And could it absolutely go lower? Yes, it absolutely could go lower too. And the huge thing to take a look at here, and when we hop out to the 1 month chart, is we're really approaching, like, the last time that we saw prices this low, we're all the way back in March. And that was when we touched $31. Like, right now, we're approaching territory where we haven't seen for a couple of months. And if we continue going lower, like, yikes. Like, we're gonna have to hop out to the day time frame here. So essentially what I'm seeing here when I look at the day time frame is I'm seeing that this 33.94 seems to be a point where we're either going to find support. This, yeah, 33.94. So we're actually technically trading below that in the after hours. So what I'm going to be looking at is this very critical point right here, 33.94, because we have one touch point, we have two touch points, and we have three touch points back here. And it seems like every single time we get down to this point, we bounce off of it. Now the question is NIO going to bounce off of this? Because we did bounce off of it once and we did bounce off of it twice. Are we going to have a triple rejection? Are we going to have a triple support off of this? Or are we going to break right through it? Like, that's the huge question going in the NIO tomorrow. Is looking at 33.94. What are we going to do with that point? Our RSI sitting here at 35.52, and we have a bearish indicator on the MACD. So we're definitely headed in very bullish, and not very bullish, very bearish territory for the stock. And what's crazy is this company is expanding out into Europe, and it's still getting hammered. And we're seeing the stock get just hammered for expansion. And they're growing their company, and it's declining in value. Like, the share's declining in value. That doesn't make any sense. It's how the market is currently working right now. All tech and growth stocks are just getting absolutely hammered. And the point that I'm going to be looking at tomorrow is 33.94. After that, to the downside, this is going to get really tough. Like, this is going to be a really far fall, but I would be looking at around 28.89, because we have points back here. And that's the crazy part, is we're going to have to go back really far. We're going to have to go back all the way to October of last year to find support for the stock if we fall below 33.94. Now, if we get back to the upside, the support that I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to be looking around $35, because if we can get back above $35, that will definitely put us back in the right territory. Moving more upwards and taking a look at the 15-day moving average, it's going to be sitting here at 38.90. We do have the 200-day moving average sitting here at 36.41. So keep that in mind. Like, moving to the upside, the 200-day moving average is going to be our first objective, then the 15-day moving average, and then the 60-day moving average. But right now, we are definitely headed in a very bearish direction for the stock. I wish I could say that we are headed in a positive direction, but sadly we are not. But if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop a comment down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.